give you time now. I want you to close your eyes. Then I will count 1 till 5 slowly. Then as I say 5, open up your eyes. And yeah, we will start the lesson. Coba ya. Now close your eyes. When you close your eyes, don't forget to just visualize the flow of the air. Jangan lupa untuk divisualisasikan flow airnya, udaranya, tubuhmu. Okay, are you ready? Close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what do you guys feel? Apa yang kalian rasakan? Do you feel fresher? Lebih segar?
Ya, Miss, lebih relax.
Relax. Okay, so boys and girls, it seems that most of you are already here. Sepertinya semuanya, hampir semuanya sudah di sini. Let's just start the class today. Can someone help me to lead the prayer? Ada yang bisa bantu mimpin doa?
Siap saya, Miss.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Before we study, let's pray together. Pray begin. Finish. Give a greeting to our teacher. Morning, Miss.
Morning. Okay, you are the only one who greet me. Okay, thank you. So, boys and girls, I would like to ask you, have you guys checked the materials that I gave? Sudah cek materi yang sudah Miss Rida share?
Baru yang di Word itu, Miss.
Yang LKPM?
Siap ya, Miss.
Okay. In LKPM that links to the other materials. LKPM-nya itu kan ngelink ke materi yang lainnya. Have you checked the materials in this link? Apa kamu sudah lihat materinya yang di link itu? So now I give you time like 2 or 3 minutes to access the materials. 2-3 menit untuk melihat materinya. You can pick. There are 3 choices. Ada 3 jenis materi in form of video. Kamu mau materi dalam bentuk video, or you want to have it in the form of text. Kalau mau baca materinya dalam bentuk teks, you can just click the link in the text. If you want to have a poster, you can just click the link. Okay, in order to make you easier, I put the link in the chat box. Supaya lebih gampang, Miss Ida kasih linknya di chat box, atau kalian sudah download LKPM-nya. Kalau sudah download, bisa langsung klik link di LKPM-nya.
Iya, Miss.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Okay, so boys and girls, let's just move to the exercises. Now I want you to tell me. Let's confirm your understanding. Kita konfirmasi pemahamanmu tentang materinya, ya. What kind of materials that you learn from the video or from the text or from the poster, dari video atau teksnya atau posternya, materi apa yang kamu pelajari di situ? Tentang apa? Tentang apa?
Narrative text.
Narrative text. What is narrative text?
Narrative text itu cerita khayalan.
Gitu. Ya, is imaginative text, ya. Contohnya gimana? Contohnya naratif teks itu?
Cerita tentang cerita legenda.
Ya.
Legenda.
Contohnya cerita legenda, cerita rakyat. Is there any of you like to read novel? Ada yang suka baca novel?
Ada, Miss.
Ya, novel or short stories. That's also narrative text. Novel, short stories itu juga narrative text, ya. So we have many types of narrative text: legend, myth, short stories, novel, fable, and so on. Ya, kalau di SMP mungkin yang kamu pelajari tentang fable, ya, fable. Selain maknanya narrative text itu apa? Apalagi yang kamu pelajari di situ?
Tujuannya.
What's that?
Tujuan, purpose.
Tujuan, ya. Okay, why do you guys learn or read narrative text? Kenapa kamu membaca narrative text itu?
To amuse, to entertain.
Yeah, exactly. To amuse or to entertain. So the purpose of a narrative text is to amuse or to entertain the reader. Okay, what else? Kamu tadi udah tahu definisinya, udah tahu purpose-nya. Kemudian apa lagi informasinya yang ada di situ?
Strukturnya.
The structure. Okay. There are at least four structures, four parts of a narrative text. What are they? Apa itu?
Orientation.
Orientation.
Complication. Resolution. Coda or reorientation.
Reorientations, coda. Okay, so orientations. What is orientation? Di orientations itu biasanya kamu temui apa?
Pengenalan karakter.
Ya, so orientation introduce you to the characters. Apakah hanya karaktersnya aja?
Pengenalan tempat. Pengajarannya.
Ya, it also tells you about the setting atau latarnya. It can be setting of place, setting of time, setting of the conditions or situations or atmosphere. Setting tempat, setting waktu, suasana ya, dan karakter juga pengenalannya ya di awal di orientations. Kemudian kamu punya yang disebut complications. What is complications? Complications itu apa? Problem dan di peak of the problems, di puncak masalah itu yang disebut climax. Then after that we have what we call as resolutions. What is resolutions?
Masalahnya
Penyelesaian. Oke. Is it always a happy one? Apakah selalu happy ending?
Tidak.
Ya, it's not always. It can be a sad ending one. It can be kind of flowing, apa namanya, ngambang ya, nggak happy or sad ending, tapi nggak ada penyelesaian, itu juga bisa ya. And at last we have resolutions. Koda. Koda itu itu tidak wajib ya. Ada kodanya, ada yang tidak. Nah, koda itu isinya apa? Isinya ada
pelajaran. Pesan moral.
Pesan moral. Oke. In narrative text sometimes we have it implicitly or sometimes we have it explicitly. Kadang kita menyajikan pesan moral itu secara eksplisit atau implisit ya. And what else? Selain strukturnya, apalagi yang kamu pelajari? How about the tenses? What kind of tense that you use in narrative text? Tensesnya apa yang dipakai?
Past tense.
Past, ya, in the form of past tense, ya. Okay, good. Now let's move. Before we move to this, I want you to tell me whether you already understood about the materials or not. Kamu sudah paham belum tadi konsep materinya?
Jelas.
Belum ada yang tanyakan. Okay. Now here we will talk a story entitled The Mirror Story. Kita membahas cerita berjudul Mirror Story. Can someone help me to read the first paragraph? Ada yang bisa bantuin baca paragraf pertama? Siapa mau bacain? Ya, silahkan.
The Mirror Story. Every little child in the town of Oakville had a special mirror, except Sydney. Little Rose had a delicate, round, pink mirror with rose buds along the side. When she looked in it, if she cried, the mirror cried and reflected her small tears. If he laughed, the mirror laughed with her, reflecting the joy of her smile and the brightness in her eyes.
Okay, great, awesome. The Mirror Story. What is mirror?
Kaca.
Cermin. Ya, cermin. Every little child, setiap anak kecil in the town of Oakville, nama tempat ya, Oakville itu, had a special mirror. Mereka memiliki cermin spesial. Except Sydney. Jadi Sydney di sini punya mirror apa enggak? Enggak. Ya, ada karena kecuali Sydney ya. Little Rose, Rose itu nama ya, nama anak kecil yang bernama Rose, had a delicate round pink mirror with rose bud along the side. Jadi dia punya mirror yang benar-benar cantik, delicate, bentuknya bulat, warnanya pink, dan di sekitarnya, di sekelilingnya itu ada rose, ada mawar-mawarnya gitu, hiasan mawar. When she looked in it, ketika dia melihatnya, melihat ke mirrornya. If she cried, jika dia menangis. The mirror cried, kacanya itu, cerminnya juga menangis. And reflected her small tears, dan merefleksikan air mata kecilnya. If she laughed, ketika dia ketawa, the mirror laughed with her. Mirrornya juga ketawa dengan dia, reflecting the joy, merefleksikan kebahagiaan dari senyumnya, and brightness in her eyes, dan binar matanya ya. Oke, the second paragraph. Siapa bacain second paragraph?
Safik, Miss.
Yes, please.
Sydney did not have a mirror. He was sad, but he could not see his tears. Timothy had a mirror shaped like a football. His father was a football fan and wanted his son to play someday. Tim would make growling face to his mirror, and the mirror growled back. Tim was not sure he went to play football, but only his mirror knew that secret talk. If Tim were scared, he could look in his mirror, and the mirror showed him what fear looked like. That was comforting to know the mirror understood. Sydney felt no understanding. Sydney was lonely.
Okay, great. Sydney didn't have a mirror. Sydney nggak punya cermin. He was sad, dia sedih, but he couldn't see his tears. Tapi dia nggak bisa melihat air matanya. Timothy had a mirror shaped like a football. Timothy punya cermin yang bentuknya seperti bola yang dipakai untuk permainan sepak bola ya. His father was a football fan. Ayahnya gemar sekali pertandingan sepak bola, and wanted his son to play someday, dan ingin anaknya menjadi pemain sepak bola suatu saat nanti. Tim would make growling face. What is growling face? Kamu pernah melihat?
Belum pernah, Miss.
Iya, pernah ya?
Pernah, Miss.
Nah, anjing itu biasanya growl. Growl itu apa artinya?
Mengerong.
Ya, menyala kayak ya. Growling face to his mirror, and the mirror growled back. Dan mirrornya juga growled back. Tim was not sure, tidak yakin bahwa dia ingin main sepak bola, tapi mirror itu yang tahu pemikiran yang menjadi rahasianya. If Tim were scared, jika Tim takut, he could look at his mirror, dia bisa lihat cermin, dan cermin itu menunjukkan what fears look like, menunjukkan bagaimana dia ketakutannya itu. That was comforting, itu benar-benar menenangkan. To know the mirror understood. Sydney felt no understanding. Sydney nggak punya pemahaman tentang itu. Dan Sydney benar-benar lonely. Lonely apa?
Sendiri.
Sendiri, sepi, ya, lonely. Oke, boys and girls, please have a look on this. Kamu perhatikan ini. Tim itu kan satu, singular. Harusnya dia pakai was, ya kan? Tapi di sini dia pakai were, dan kalimat ini benar, nggak salah. Kenapa? Karena di sini ada kata if. Itu yang disebut if clause atau conditional sentence. Kalau di conditional sentence, apapun subjeknya pasti dia pakai were. Nah, ini nanti kita pelajari lagi kelas 12. Conditional sentence itu materi kelas 12. Cuma ini informasi saja, kalau kalimat ini tidak salah ya. Dia tetap pakai were walaupun subjeknya Tim, karena dia conditional sentence menggunakan if. Oke, good. Now let's move the third paragraph. Siapa mau bacain paragraf ketiga?
Saya, Miss.
Yes, please.
Saya, Miss.
Gantian. Siapa duluan? Yang satu bawahnya nanti.
Saya dah.
Kifari, Miss.
Saya, Miss. Margie had a mirror the size of refrigerator. She could see everything. When she danced, the mirror danced. She would dance and dance and dance. Sometimes, Margie's mirror was too big and it scared her. She did not know if she could fill it up, but she would keep trying. Sydney did not know how to dance, nor if he could.
Oke. Margie had a mirror the size of a refrigerator. Dia punya cermin yang sebesar, yang gede ya, segede kulkas. She could see everything. Dia bisa lihat banyak hal. When she dance, ketika dia nari di depan, maka mirrornya juga akan dance. She would dance and dance and dance. Dia terus menari, menari, menari. Sometimes Margie's mirror was too big. Kadang rasanya itu mirrornya itu terlalu besar, and it scared her, dan membuatnya takut. She didn't know if she could fill it up. Dia nggak tahu bagaimana dia bisa memenuhi cermin itu karena begitu besarnya, kan dia kecil tuh, dia bagaimana bisa memenuhi bayangannya ke mirror itu. But she would keep trying, tapi dia terus selalu mencoba. Sydney didn't know how to dance, nor if he could. Sydney, karena dia nggak punya mirror, dia nggak tahu apakah dia bisa dance atau apakah sebenarnya dia bisa, karena dia nggak pernah lihat dirinya menari. Oke, next, Sam.
Marcelo,
Lanjut.
Miss.
Naufal,
Sam
Miss.
Sam had a very small mirror that fit in his back pocket. Sam was a very private person and he had some hard times in his life, especially when his mother died and he was only 3. Sam would know his mirror was there if he needed. Sometimes alone at night in bed he would talk to his mirror and his mirror would talk back. That was comforting. Thanks.
Okay, great. Sam had a very small mirror. Sam memiliki cermin yang begitu kecil sehingga itu bisa fit in his back pocket, bisa masuk ke pocketnya, ke sakunya. Sam was a very private person. Dia orangnya benar-benar tertutup, introvert gitu ya. And he had some hard times in his life. Dia memiliki masa yang benar-benar sulit di hidupnya. Especially, terutama, when his mother, ketika ibunya meninggal saat usianya masih 3 tahun. Sam would know his mirror was there if she needed. Tapi yang dia tahu, dia punya cermin kapanpun dia memerlukan. Sometimes alone, kadang saat dia sendiri di tengah malam gitu, di tempat tidurnya, dia akan ngobrol sama mirrornya, dan mirrornya akan ngobrol balik dengan dia. That was comforting, dan hal itu benar-benar menenangkan. Oke, next paragraph. Sydney, siapa bacain? Come on,
Saya,
Sydney. Ya.
Sydney
Uh-huh.
wanted a mirror, and a mirror used one. A cracked one with rose hoops. And he went to house and asked her where she got her mirror. She answered that she always had it and did not know it come from Timothy. He got his from his father. Margie got hers from her wealthy grandparents, with whom she lived. Sam thought maybe he found his in his mother's room the day before she died.
Okay, great. Sydney wanted a mirror. Sydney ingin cermin. Any mirror, apapun itu ya. A used one yang sudah bekas pun, a cracked one atau yang sudah retak pun, one with rosebud yang dengan tadi kayak punyanya si siapa tadi? Rose, Little Rose. Tadi kan ada rosebud ya, ada petal, ada bunga-bunga mawarnya gitu. When he went to Rose, ketika dia ke Rose dan dia bertanya, menanyakan ke dia dari mana dia mendapatkan mirrornya, si Rose menjawab that she always had it. Dia selalu memilikinya dan dia tidak tahu dari mana dia mendapatkannya. Timothy thought he got his from his father. Kalau Timothy pikir dia dapat dari ayahnya. Margie got hers from her wealthy grandparents. Margie mendapatkannya dari kakek neneknya yang kaya. Dengan mereka dia tinggal. Sam thought maybe he found it before she died. Kalau Sam, dia pikir dia mendapatkan itu dari kamar atau ruang mamanya sehari sebelum beliau meninggal. Oke, the last paragraph terakhir. So, ayo, yang terakhir siapa bacain? So,
Saya Miss.
Yes, please.
So where can Sydney find his mirror? As he was looking down at his feet, too sad and dismayed to believe he won't
Dismayed.
even dismayed to believe he won't ever find a mirror of his own. Suddenly, before him appeared a store he never saw before. On the front of it was both mirror available here for free. Sydney went in. The name of the story was Love. Sydney found his mirror. Sudah, Miss.
Okay, great. So where can Sydney find his mirror? Jadi dari mana Sydney akan mendapatkan cerminnya? As he was looking down at his feet, ketika saat dia melihat ke bawah ke kakinya, too sad, benar-benar sedih and dismayed to believe, dan cemas khawatir, kayaknya nggak yakin untuk mempercayainya. He would have, kalau dia akan memiliki mirror of his own. Suddenly, tiba-tiba, before him appeared, di depannya, benar-benar tepat di depannya, appeared a store, muncul sebuah toko he never saw before, yang dia belum pernah lihat. On the front of it was posted, dan di depannya tertulis mirrors available here for free. Ada cermin bisa ambil di sini, ada di sini secara gratis. Sydney went in, dia masuk ya, Sydney itu. The name of the store was Love. Nama tokonya itu Love. Sydney bisa menemukan. What do you think of the story? Is that interesting or not? Boys and girls, here I want you to answer these questions. Number 1 up to number 8. Berdasarkan cerita yang sudah kita baca dan bahas bersama, kita sekarang mengerjakan ini ya. I will give you time, Misda kasih waktu untuk menyelesaikan soal nomor 1 sampai nomor 8. In order to help you answer this, untuk memudahkan kalian menjawab, I will explain per questions. Tiap-tiap pertanyaannya, Misda
Bisa, Miss.
Siap, Miss.
Okay, good. Ya, the first question, what kira-kira cerita di atas yang tentang mirror tadi itu apa sih isinya? Apa sih yang diceritakan? Nah, kamu tulis di sini. You can do it on your LKPM ya. Who are the characters in the story? Siapa sih karakternya yang ada di sana? Tadi kan ada Sydney, ada Margit, Timothy, siapa lagi? Little Rose. You can put it down here. Tulis di sini ya nama karakternya. Sampai di sini dimengerti? Ya.
Bisa, Miss.
Ya. Terus kita lanjutkan. What problems raised in the story? Masalah apa sih yang muncul di cerita itu? Di situ kan the main characters is Sydney. Karakter utama itu. Masalahnya apa sih yang muncul di Sydney itu? Apa problemsnya? What is the problems? Nah, tulis di situ ya. And number 4, nomor 4, I want you. Okay, do you guys have mirror at your home? Kalian punya mirror nggak di rumah?
Punya, Miss.
Punya ya. Okay. I want you to stand in front of a mirror. Kamu berdiri di depan mirror. And I want you to tell me who is it you see in the mirror. Siapa yang kamu lihat di cermin itu? Is that you? Yes, I know that's of course you. Tentu kalian, tapi deskripsikan. You can describe about you. For example, contohnya, in the mirror I see the reflections of me myself. In a really sad expressions, in a gloomy one, I don't have any smile on my face. Contohnya, kamu pas waktu lihat mirror itu dalam keadaan sedih, kamu deskripsikan, oke, aku melihat refleksi wajahku yang tanpa senyum, yang terlihat sedih, seperti itu ya, paham ya? Kemudian kamu jawab yang berikutnya, who would you like to see? Nah, siapa yang ingin kamu lihat di situ sebenarnya? I would like to see me in a joyful expression. Saya ingin melihatku di ekspresi yang senang, bahagia, with smiles, and bright eyes. Contohnya gitu ya. Atau bisa jadi mungkin saat melihat itu kamu di kondisi yang insecure, kamu nggak merasa nyaman. Kamu bisa tulis, I see the reflection of me and I see that I do not see that I'm good enough. I do not see as perfect one and so on. Kamu bisa tulis di situ. And who would you like to see? Kamu bisa tulis di situ, I actually want to see me as a Justin Bieber, misalkan gitu contohnya. Paham ya? Paham nggak? Ya, jadi kamu bayangin, yang kamu lihat itu apa dari dirimu dan apa sebenarnya yang kamu harapkan lihat dari dirimu. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, good. And the fifth questions untuk pertanyaan nomor 5, describe what your real and ideal mirrors might look like. Sebenarnya cermin yang seperti apa sih yang menurutmu ideal dan kamu inginkan? Apa yang seperti punyanya Little Rose, apa seperti punya Timothy, apa seperti punyanya si Margie. So you write it down, kamu deskripsikan di situ. Oke, pertanyaan ini paham? Paham maksudnya pertanyaan ini? Oke, good. The sixth questions, pertanyaan nomor 6. How might others see something different? Bagaimana orang melihat suatu hal itu berbeda? For examples, misalkan nih, kita melihat box. Is the same box that I see and you see. But maybe you see it as, that's just ordinary box. Itu cuma box yang biasa, segi 4, oke. Warnanya coklat, that's it. And myself, I see it as a very beautiful one. Mungkin bisa tidak lihat itu sebagai suatu hal yang very beautiful. Wow, that's a really beautiful box and it looks like a unique one. Kelihatan begitu unik dengan warnanya yang coklat, itu kelihatan menarik, kelihatan mahal, and so on. So everyone has their own point of view. They see things differently, right? Is that true?
Yes.
Right? Then I want you to tell me how can they have the different perspective. Kenapa kok mereka melihat sesuatu hal itu berbeda, ya?
Saya itu kan yang nomor 7, kenapa mereka melihat sesuatu itu berbeda? Merekanya itu tokohnya itu, Miss.
Nomor 6.
Iya,
nomor
Miss.
6 ya maksudnya?
Iya, Miss.
Yeah. How might others know? That's not necessarily the characters in the story. Tidak melulu karakter yang ada di story. Bisa kamu refleksikan tadi, contohnya tadi, orang yang ada di sekitarmu, setiap orang pasti melihat sesuatu itu secara berbeda. Nah, kenapa? How can it happens? Bagaimana itu terjadi? Bagaimana seseorang memiliki pandangan yang berbeda? You tell me, ya?
Siap, Miss.
Okay, good. And for the seventh questions, pertanyaan yang ketujuh, when you see your own reflection, saat kamu melihat refleksimu sendiri, what potentials that you think you own? Potensi atau kekuatan apa yang kamu lihat dari dirimu? So I want you to observe you yourself. Kamu lihat dan observe kamu sendiri, ya. What kind of potential or strengths that you own? I want you to find your strength or your potentials. Paham ya?
Paham, Miss.
Okay, and the last questions, pertanyaan terakhir, how can you use this potential to pursue your dream? Bagaimana kamu menggunakan potensi yang kamu miliki itu tadi untuk menggapai mimpimu, menggapai tujuanmu? Is that clear for the questions? Apakah bisa dipahami seluruh maksud pertanyaannya?
Bisa, Miss.
Okay. It needs your thinking, ya, memerlukan your thinking, ya, and reflections. Okay, I give you some time to do it. Kamu bisa melakukannya, mengerjakannya. Any questions about it? Masih ada yang ditanyakan tentang ini? Is everything clear?
Yes, Miss.
Clear, Miss.
Okay, yes. Okay, so boys and girls, I will leave you and I want you now to finish it tuh ya. And we will discuss about it later next meeting. Kita akan bahas itu pertemuan berikutnya. Is that clear enough? Jelas ya?
Last, Miss.
Yes, very clear.
Okay, good, nice. Don't forget to finish it. And we will have the discussions about it next meeting. See you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Lagi. Okay, you can close your eyes. Then you can take a really deep breath. Then you can feel the air pass through your nose. You feel the air breathe in, then you breathe it out. Okay, sudah lebih fokus? Okay, it seems that most of you are already here. Can someone help me to lead the prayers? Who wants to lead the prayer? Siapa yang bisa mimpin doa? Siapa yang bisa bantu mimpin doa?
Siap saya, Miss.
You can lead the prayer today. Yes, please.
Before we study, let's pray together. Pray begin. Finish. Give a greeting to our teacher. Selamat pagi, Miss.
Good morning,
Selamat
Miss.
pagi. Good morning. Okay, good morning. Okay, so morning. Thank you. So everyone, before we start the lesson today, sebelum kita mulai materi kita, I would like to ask you about the materials that you have already learned last meeting. Kira-kira masih ingat nggak meeting itu materinya apa?
Narrative text, Miss.
Narrative text. Oke. Apa itu narrative text?
Imaginative story.
Imaginative story. Oke. What else? What is the functions of a narrative text? Why do people write down or read narrative story?
To entertain.
Yeah, to entertain or to amuse. Can you mention part of narrative text? Ada yang bisa menyebutkan bagian-bagian dari teks naratif? Apa coba?
Orientation.
Orientation. Oke, kalian kemarin kan udah belajar tuh dari video, teks, dan juga poster tentang narrative text. Nah, kemarin kita juga bahas tentang an example of a narrative text entitled The Mirror Story. Ada yang bisa jelasin kemarin itu ceritanya apa sih mirror story itu? Intinya tentang apa sih kemarin itu? What is it about?
Mencari jati diri.
What mencari jati diri, oke. Siapakah tokoh-tokoh yang ada di sana?
Sydney.
Rose.
Timothy, Little Rose. Marky. Sam.
Okay, good. Okay, yes. Have you guys, if I'm not mistaken, last meeting, I asked you to continue working on your LKPM for number 1 up to number 8. Kalau nggak salah, Miss Rida kemarin pesenin kalian untuk mencoba mengerjakan nomor 1 sampai 8. Have you done it? Sudah selesai ya?
Sudah, Miss.
Okay, great job. We will discuss about it today. Kita bahas sekarang ya. For those who are willing to answer, yang sudah siap menjawab, bisa langsung membuka mikrofonnya. Nanti kalau kalian sudah menjawab, nanti boleh menunjuk satu temannya untuk menjawab nomor berikutnya. Okay, for the first questions, what is the story about?
Keisha, Miss.
Would like to answer? Yes, please. Yes, dear. Try to answer it.
Number 1. What is the story about? A little boy named Sydney who was looking for his mirror.
I would like to ask you here, is it the real mirror that he wants or something else actually? Itu benar-benar literary mirror yang dimaksud atau something else?
Mirror seperti yang teman-temannya inginkan.
Yeah, it can be the real mirror like others have, but it can also be friend. It is told that little Sydney, feel alone. Dia merasa sendiri, feel lonely and sad, ya kan? And thinks that he doesn't have any friends who understand him. That's why he needs to have mirror. Until finally in the last part of the story, sampai di akhir ceritanya disebutkan di situ that things that he actually wants is love, yeah, and he finds it. Okay, Kesha, please call out a name to answer number 2.
Fawas, Miss.
Siapa?
Fawas.
Okay, good. Fawas, thank you. Fawas, come on, please open up your microphone and answer number 2. Who are the characters in this? Fawas, come on.
The characters in the story are Sydney, Little Rose, Timothy, Marky, and Sam.
Sydney, Timothy, Margie, and Sam. Can you please remind us about the descriptions of each? Deskripsi dari masing-masingnya. Kayaknya ada ketinggalan deh satu yang cewek. Siapa dong?
Little Rose.
Little Rose. Little Rose itu yang gimana? Dia yang punya apa? Awas, Little
Who
Rose
has
is the one with?
Who has a delicate round pink mirror with rose spots along the side.
Okay, good. How about Timothy? Who is Timothy?
Timothy, who had a mirror shaped like a football.
Exactly. Okay, good. How about Sam? Who is Sam?
Who had a very small mirror that fit in his back pocket.
Okay, good. Nice. And we also have Margie. Who is Margie?
Who had a mirror the size of a refrigerator.
Wow, who has a really big one, yeah? As big as refrigerator. Okay, nice. Great job. Can you please call out a name of your friends?
Alia.
Yeah, Alia Najwa. Come on, please, Alia. Please answer number 3. What problems? Yes.
The main character, Sydney, who doesn't get his mirror yet, while everyone is already having it. So he's trying to looking for his own mirror.
Okay,
know how to do it.
Okay. Okay, nice. Exactly. So Sydney has a problems in which he doesn't have mirror. Meanwhile, his friends owns it and he got problems how to find it. Dan satu lagi masalahnya about his feeling. What does he feel? Apa yang dirasakan Sydney?
Lonely. Alone.
Yeah. Yeah, alone. He feels alone. He feels lonely. Okay, good. Nice. Okay, please call out a name. Alia, please call out a name to answer number 4. This one is there is no right, there is no wrong. Nomor 4 sampai nomor 8 itu refleksi diri kalian ya. Jadi tidak ada salah, tidak ada benar. Semua orang punya jawaban masing-masing. Oke. Alia?
Aribi, Miss.
Up your microphone.
Siap, Miss. When I stand in front of mirror, I see only me.
Okay.
Me who stand in front of mirror with a bald head.
Bald head. Okay, and who do you want to see?
I want to see myself not bald again because I bald for pelatihan capaska training.
Oh, what is that? Capaska clean. What is that? Apa itu?
Capaska is calon paskibraka Kota Malang.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Congratulations for your achievement ya, Rait. Oke, Rait, please call out a name of your friends. Tolong panggil satu nama dari temenmu. Taskia.
Taskia
Oke,
Zahra.
Taskia, please answer number 5. Yeah. Describe what your real and ideal mirrors might look like. Mirror seperti apa sih yang kamu inginkan?
My real mirror show if I look ugly and I don't have anything to show. What I want to see in my ideal mirror is I want to look pretty and I want me to be smart and beautiful.
Okay. Come on, you already look beautiful. Okay, good, nice. Okay, now let's move first ya. Kita lanjut dulu. Number 6. Why others see something different? Yeah, can someone help me to answer number 6? Siapa yang bisa
Fawas.
Salsa, Fawas. Okay, yes, Fawas. Okay, yeah. Why? Why do people have different perspective? How could it be?
Other people see things differently because of different points of view, taste, and other factors that happen to them.
Exactly, yeah. Because they see from different point of view, because they have different taste, they have different feeling, and there are also characteristics, different characters, karakter yang mungkin berbeda, atau different experience, atau pengalaman yang berbeda, and that makes people see things differently. Okay, so is it okay to have different perspective? Is it okay, guys? Or should we have the same point of view? What do you think? Guys, come on, remember. We all learning language, kita belajar bahasa, berarti harus ngomong. Kalau enggak, nanti nggak bisa juga, karena bahasa itu keterampilan. If you do not use it, you never own it. Kalau nggak pernah menggunakan, kamu nggak akan memilikinya, kamu nggak akan pernah bisa. Kamu tahu yang Vicky Naki itu, dia kan langsung praktek tuh, langsung menggunakannya. Jadi dia bisa fasih lancar juga. So when I ask you to speak up, just force yourself to speak up. Kalau misalnya minta untuk ngomong, coba untuk ngomong ya. There.
Ya, Miss.
Okay, yes, I would like to ask you. When you see your own reflections, ketika kamu melihat refleksimu sendiri, what potential that you think you own? Potensi apa sih yang kamu rasa kamu miliki? What kind of potential that you think you own?
If I do something with hard work, then the things I want will come true.
Okay, so you think that you have a great effort. Kamu seorang yang bekerja keras ya. Jadi tiap kali kamu melakukan sesuatu pasti kamu dapatkan as long as you put a hard work on it. Yeah, is that what you mean?
Yeah, Miss.
Okay, great, exactly. I want to hear someone else. Ada yang lain, Miss Ida mau dengerin. What kind of potential that you have or you own when you see you yourself? What kind of potential that you think you own? Potensi seperti apa sih yang kamu rasa kamu miliki?
Working person, Miss.
Hah? Apa dia?
Working person, Miss.
Hardworking person. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. You think that you are a hard worker, ya? Seorang pekerja keras. Okay, good, nice. Okay, now let's move to the next questions. How can you use those potential to pursue your dream? You already mentioned your potential, and I want you to answer how can you use it to pursue. Okay. So boys and girls, why I give you this question? Kenapa kok Miss milih cerita ini dan kenapa pertanyaannya terkait dengan kalian? Why? Because I want you to also understand you yourself. I want you to understand you yourself. Miss Ida ingin kalian memahami diri kalian. If someone already know their potential earlier, kalau seorang mengetahui potensinya lebih awal, they can do something better than the others. When you see some successful persons, kalau kamu lihat orang-orang sukses, for example, yang kalian lihat sekarang, misalkan siapa penyanyi favoritmu kalau Indonesia?
Dia Yunda.
Pamungkas.
Apa dia? I want you.
I want you to take me home.
Wow, you have a really beautiful voice. Okay, yeah. You know that he in the age at the age of 21, di usia 21 dia sudah bisa mengidentifikasi potensinya, dia udah tahu passionnya. That's why he can be successful earlier than the others. Mungkin yang lain yang di usia sekian seperti dia belum sampai ke suksesnya, tapi dia di usia sekian dia bisa sukses. And I want you to be that kind of person. Saya ingin kalian juga tahu potensimu sedari awal. Till you're young, so you know what you have to do. You know what's the best for you. Kalian bisa tahu apa yang harus kamu lakukan. That's why I want you to reflect. Misalnya mau kalian merefleksikan diri kalian sendiri. Observe you yourself deeply. Observe diri kalian lebih detail dan kenali di dalam kira-kira potensi saya apa. And I think I need to do be that. Oke, paham ya maksudnya?
Paham, Miss.
Paham, Miss.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, nice. So, boys and girls, later nanti ini LKPM-nya bahas semuanya sampai ke bawah. I want you to submit it. Nanti yang sudah lengkap, LKPM-nya sudah lengkap, dikumpulkan di Teams ya. So, you can just write down your answer here. Jawabanmu tinggal tulis di sini, jangan lupa di rename nanti LKPM-nya. Rename-nya apa? Pakai namamu ya, LKPM siapa namanya gitu ya. Oke? Paham?
Paham, Miss.
Paham.
Kumpulkan semuanya. Now please have look on the next activity. Kita lanjutkan ke aktivitas berikutnya. Another examples of narrative text. Contoh narrative text yang lain.
Iya, Miss.
Guys, okay, yeah. Now let's discuss about it. Kita bahas ya. Can you see it? Bisa dilihat dulu, bisa semuanya. Okay, now I want you to match the words with their synonym. Ada yang sudah mengerjakan itu?
Sudah.
Oke, sudah. Sekarang kita bahas. Kalau gitu, half sister. Half sister itu sama dengan apa?
Step sister.
Step sister. Artinya apa?
Saudara
Saudara
tiri.
tiri.
Ya, saudara tiri ya. Half sister or step sister. Oke, good. Polar opposite. Polar opposite itu apa? Manja. Oke ya, manja. Manja, egois, selfish, spoiled. Oke, good. Now let's read the text. Mari kita baca teksnya ya. Oke, can someone help me to read this? Ada yang bisa bantu bacain ini? Siapa mau bacain?
Saya, Miss. Saya.
Oh ya, Gufar, Miss.
Yes.
Ayo,
Ayo coba.
Ayo, Gufar
Ya, coba
aja.
bacain.
Bawang merah
Ya
and
nanti
bawang
yang
are,
berikutnya gantian.
are half sister who
Hal-hal
are polar.
kepotong.
Iya, kepotong, Miss. Polar opposite of each other. Bawang merah is a lazy, greedy girl spoiled by their mother, while bawang putih is obedient, diligent, and does all the chores without complaint. Siap. Dah, Miss.
complain. Okay, good. Bawang merah and bawang putih are half sisters. Bawang merah, bawang putih itu saudara tiri. Who are polar opposite of each other. Yang berdik lazy, bawang merah itu malas, rakus, serakah ya. Spoiled by, yang dimanjakan oleh ibunya. While, sedangkan bawang putih is obedient, dia yang patuh, rajin, and does, dan melakukan semua course itu semua kegiatan, maksudnya semua urusan without complaint, tanpa mengeluh ya, semua pekerjaan tanpa mengeluh dia lakukan. Now, who would like to read it? Siapa mau bacain ini?
Putri tadi, Miss.
Yes, Putri, ayo.
Suara saya terdengar jelas, Miss. Soalnya tadi patah-patah, Miss.
Jelas.
Ya. One day in the river, bawang putih lost a scarf, which is picked up by an old woman. The old woman says she will return the scarf if bawang putih cooks and cleans for her. Bawang putih does as she told, get the scarf back, and the old woman, as a gift, tells her to bring home one of her two pumpkins, a small or a large one. Sudah, Miss.
Okay, great. One laundry day, satu hari waktunya cuci-cuci ya. Di sungai, bawang putih kehilangan a scarf, selendangnya, which is picked, yang diambil oleh seorang tua. Dan orang tua itu, wanita tua itu berkata kalau dia akan mengembalikan selendangnya jika bawang putih memasak dan juga membersihkan rumahnya. Bawang putih melakukan apa yang diminta, kemudian dia mendapatkan kembali si selendangnya. Dan the old woman, dan orang tua itu memberi sebuah kado atau hadiah. Dia suruh memilih pumpkin. Pumpkin itu apa? Yang buat Halloween itu loh. Apa?
Labu.
Yang biasanya di Halloween ada pumpkin. Labu. Ya, disuruh milih labu. Ya, yang besar apa yang kecil? Itu suruh milih.
Bawang putih chooses the smaller pumpkin. When she breaks open the pumpkin at home, she discovers the fruit is filled with jewelry.
Okay, good. Bawang putih chooses, dia memilih pumpkin yang lebih kecil. Ketika dia bukanya di rumah, she discover, dia menemukan buah itu terisi oleh jewelry, perhiasan, ya. Oke, now let's move. Kira-kira apa yang terjadi dengan bawang merah?
Bawang merah and their mother get jealous and want their own pumpkin filled with jewelry. So they go to the river and deliberately lost the scarves. Then they visit the old woman's house and ask for a pumpkin. They bring home the big one, of course, but instead of jewelry, their large pumpkin is filled with snakes.
Oke, good. Bawang merah and their mother get jealous. Mereka iri ya. Dan mereka ingin pumpkin juga yang berisi perhiasan. Kemudian mereka pergi ke sungai dan secara sadar, secara sengaja dia menghilangkan selendangnya. Kemudian mereka mengunjungi rumah nenek tua itu dan minta pumpkin. Kemudian mereka bawa pulang pumpkin, tentu saja mereka ngambil yang besar. Tapi dia nggak melihat perhiasan, malah mereka melihat pumpkinnya terisi oleh snakes atau ular. Okay, so boys and girls, I'm sure that you guys familiar with this story. Pasti kalian juga kenal ya dengan ceritanya, sudahan? Can we directly answer this? Bisa kita langsung jawab? Guys?
Yes, Miss.
Ya, tapi nanti jangan lupa ya, tetap diisi di LKPM-nya ya, karena nanti terakhir kalian mengumpulkan LKPM itu. Jadi sekarang kita bahas itu kamu sambil ngisi juga di LKPM-nya. Okay, the first questions, how does bawang merah differ from bawang putih? Bagaimana bawang merah berbeda dari bawang putih? Can someone help me to explain? Tadi di bagian awal dijelaskan loh, yang dia punya polar, they really apa ya, benar-benar berbeda kan? Apa bedanya? Bawang merah berbeda dengan bawang putih itu dari sisi apanya? Bagaimana bedanya?
Sifatnya.
Bawang merah is
Yes.
lazy.
Bawang merah is lazy,
Greedy.
greedy,
Spoiled by their mother.
Spoiled by her mother.
Okay, spoiled by her mother. How about bawang putih?
Bawang putih is obedient, diligent, and does all chores without complaint.
Okay, yes. Obedient, diligent, okay, and does all the chores without complaints. Okay, good. Next, number 2. How is the relationship between bawang merah and bawang putih? Hubungannya keduanya gimana?
Half sister.
Yeah, they are half sister. What do you think? Do you think that they are good to each other or what?
Not getting along well.
Yeah, they're not getting along well. Well, actually, that's not because of bawang putih, tapi ternyata karena si siapa?
Bawang merah.
Bawang merahnya. Okay, good. Now let's move. Number 3. How can bawang putih find her fortune? Bagaimana bawang putih menemukan kebahagiaannya, keberuntungannya? Gimana caranya? How? Gimana caranya? Iya, ngapain tadi?
When
help the old woman.
Ya, she helps the old woman. Then what happens? Apa yang terjadi?
And the old woman bring her to her home.
Terus?
And give her 2 pumpkins.
Yeah,
a small
and gives.
one and a large one.
Okay, then what happens?
Then bawang putih choose the smaller pumpkin. And then she opened the pumpkin at home. And it filled with jewelry.
Yeah, and it full of jewelry. Okay, good. Awesome. So it actually also reflects the fourth question. Sebenarnya mirip dengan nomor 4 ya. What makes bawang putih get jewelry? Because of her kindness to help the old woman. Okay, good. What can you guys learn from the story? Kira-kira apa yang kamu pelajari dari cerita itu? Can someone explain? Ada yang bisa menjelaskan? And you may have different perspective. Kalian boleh punya perspektif yang berbeda ya, satu sama lain. Kalian bisa melihat dari berbagai sisi. Kira-kira moral value-nya apa? Apa yang kamu pelajari dari sana?
We must have a good character.
We must have
diligent.
We must not be greedy.
We must not be greedy, okay. And we must be sincere ya, harus tulus ya. Dia membantu, kan yang si bawang merah tadi nggak tulus ya. Difference from bawang putih. She has sincere heart. Okay, good. Now let's move. If you were the writer, nah this one. Nah ini yang bagian number 6 and also number 7. That will be a project for you. Ini menjadi project kalian. Dikumpulkan pertemuan depan. Apa yang harus dilakukan? I want you to see the story from different perspective. Kalian lihat cerita itu berdasarkan perspektif yang berbeda. Bagaimana kalian bisa mengakhiri ceritanya? Kalian boleh melihat dari si bawang putih mungkin. Kamu akhiri ceritanya seperti apa? Atau kamu mungkin lihat dari sisi si bawang merah. Atau mungkin kamu melihatnya secara umum dari sisi orang lain, bukan dari keduanya, and so on. Paham ya yang dimaksud?
Paham, Miss.
Ya, dan ceritanya itu, you guys can make it in the form of, kalian boleh bebas menentukan hasilnya nanti dalam bentuk apa, menceritakannya. Oke, let me open up the LKPM. Miss Ida coba buka dulu LKPM-nya. Tidak harus dalam bentuk cerita yang berupa kayak tulisan teks gitu. Boleh dalam bentuk komik. Kamu mau gambar, kamu suka gambar, kamu boleh dalam bentuk komik. Atau kalau kamu suka bikin video, boleh dalam bentuk video. Atau kamu suka ngomong aja dalam bentuk storytelling, boleh dalam bentuk storytelling. Oke? Paham ya yang harus dilakukan?
Paham, Miss.
Oke,
Siap, paham,
kalau
Miss.
Oke, coba bisa diulang salah seorang buat jelaskan tugasnya apa? Apa tugasnya?
Jadi kami disuruh membuat cerita bawang merah bawang putih lagi, tapi dengan perspektif kami masing-masing, dan endingnya itu kami yang menentukan serta jalan ceritanya itu kami yang menentukan. Itu boleh disajikan dalam bentuk video, storytelling, atau ditulis.
Atau komik ya, boleh terserah. Oke, good, nice. Oke, yang lain sudah paham, mengerti?
Siap, Miss.
Oke, nice. Don't forget to finish it ya. Jangan lupa untuk menyelesaikannya. Anyway, guys, I think the time is almost up. Do you guys have any questions about the materials today? Ada yang ditanyakan tentang pelajaran kita hari ini? Ada yang ditanyakan, guys? Belum? Oke. So, again and again I would like to ask you about your reflections. Miss Rida mau tanya refleksinya pembelajaran. Do you like it? Do you enjoy your learning today or not? Kira-kira kalian menikmati pembelajaran hari ini atau tidak? Bagian mana yang kamu suka, bagian mana yang tidak kamu suka, supaya pertemuan depan kita bisa memperbaiki. Oke? Ayo, siapa yang mau jelasin? Siap. Oke, come on.
I think this meeting I feel enjoy because the material is easy and my yang paling disukai,
the most interesting part
is when we learn the material through a video by YouTube.
Okay.
And I think yang kurang disukai,
the part of the learning experience that you don't really like,
is when answer the
question.
Yeah.
You don't really like to answer the questions. Why? Kenapa? Karena soalnya, karena apanya? Kenapa? Lebih ke karena apanya dia? Yang membuatmu tidak suka itu apanya? Soalnya apa harus mengerjakannya sendiri itu atau gimana? Gimana? Apa?
Sebenarnya kan actually the question is easy, but the answer we should answer by our.
Actually the question is easy.
Yeah. But when we meet yang harus dijawab sesuai keadaan diri sendiri.
Oh, oke.
Itu harus membutuhkan usaha yang lebih gitu, Miss.
Ya.
Kan
so
we have
to think
different perspective by each other.
Ya, oke. I will ya, kenapa pertanyaan yang reflektif gitu dimunculkan, supaya dari sekarang kalian sudah bisa lebih memahami, mempelajari tentang diri kalian sendiri. Oke? Oke, so class, is enough for today. It's really fun to have you in my class today. See you next meeting. Don't forget to do the activities that I asked. See you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, thank you, Miss.
Apa namanya mimpin doa?
Siap, Miss. Mohon izin, Miss.
Yes, please.
Siap, Miss. Mohon izin. Before we study, let's pray together. Begin. Finish. Thank you, Miss. Good
Okay.
morning, Miss.
Morning, thank you so much. Okay, boys and girls, let's now have the presentations. Who would like to have the first presentation? Siapa?
Miss.
Yes, Laila.
Excuse me, Miss. So my name is Laila Takala Putri. I will show you my project on math system.
Okay, yes, please. Laila, what kind of project that you have?
Video, Miss.
Okay, video. Okay, nice.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Excuse me, Miss. My name is Laila Takala Putri, and in this video, I will retell you about Bawang Putih story. So, Bawang Putih lived with her stepmother and her stepsister Bawang Merah. Bawang Putih mother died when she was a baby, and her father remarried another woman, and later her stepsister was born. So, unfortunately, not too long after her father died, since then, Bawang Putih's life was sad. Her stepmother and her stepsister being mean to her. One morning, Bawang Putih was washing some clothes in a river, and accidentally, her mother's clothes were washed away by the river, and she was really worried, so she walked and tried to find the clothes. And finally, she met an old woman. That the old woman the old woman find the clothes that was lost in the river, and after the old woman said that she keep the clothes and would give them back to Bawang Putih if she helped the old woman to do the household chores. Bawang Putih helped her happily, and after everything was finished, the old woman returned the clothes. The old woman returned the clothes, and she also gave Bawang Putih a gift. The old woman had two pumpkins. One pumpkin was small, and the another one is bigger than the first one. Bawang Putih was not greedy girl, so she picked the small one, and she went home. And then when she was arrived at home, her stepmother and Bawang Merah were angry. They had been waiting all day long for Bawang Putih to come home. Bawang Putih then told about the clothes, the old woman, and the pumpkin. Suddenly, they all were surprised. Inside the pumpkin, they found jewelries. And then her mother said that, Bawang Merah, hurry up. Go to the river and throw all the clothes into the water. After that, find the old woman. And remember, you have to take the biggest pumpkin on it. And the stepsister asked Bawang Merah to exactly the same as Bawang Putih experienced. Bawang Merah immediately went to river. She threw all the clothes and pretended to search them. Not too long after that, she met the old woman that the old woman had those clothes. She refused and asked the old woman to give her a big pumpkin. The old woman then gave her the big one, and Bawang Merah was so happy, and she ran very fast to arrive at home. And then her mother was impatient. She directly smashed the pumpkin to the floor. They were screaming and shocked because a lot of snake inside the pumpkin. They really scared. They were afraid the snake would bite them. And then Bawang Merah was realized and said to her mother, Mom, I think God just punished us. We had done bad. We had We had done mean things to Bawang Putih, and God didn't like that. We have to apologize to Bawang Putih, said Bawang Merah to her mother. And then finally, both of them realized their mistake, then apologized to Bawang Putih, forgave that they are being mean to her. And then Bawang Putih accept their apologize, and Now the family is not poor anymore. Bawang Putih decided to sell all the jewelries and use the money for their daily life. And Bawang Putih was a beautiful girl and so kind, and very she is very entertained in her village, and she was married by a prince. So that's all Bawang Putih and Bawang Merah story from me, from my version. There is a lot of version Bawang Putih and Bawang Merah story, but yeah, this is my version, and I hope you like it, miss. So thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nice. And everyone, please give virtual applause. Others, please give comment to Laila Wata's work.
I think Laila version is speechless, Miss.
Okay, it makes you speechless because it's really great. Is that what you mean?
Yes. About the ending, it is happy ending.
Okay. Okay, nice. Thank you so much, Nuril. Okay, others, siapa yang mau presentasi juga pertemuan ini?
Siap, Miss. Mohon izin, Miss.
Yes, please, Alif.
Yes, Miss. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Mohon izin, Miss. I would like to presentation my project and happy enjoy.
Okay. Thank you. What kind of project that you have?
Video, Miss.
Okay, another video. Nice.
One morning, Bawang Putih was washing some clothes. But Bawang Putih was washing her mother's clothes. She was really worried. So she walked along the riverside to find the clothes. Finally, she met an old woman. She said that she kept the clothes and would give them back to Bawang Putih. Help the old woman do the housework for us. Bawang Putih helped her happily. After everything was finished, the old woman returned to the rest. She also gave Bawang Putih a gift. The old woman had the pumpkin, small but big. Bawang Putih was not greedy though. So she took a small one. After thanking the old woman, Bawang Putih then went home. When she arrived home, the mother was really angry, so she grabbed the pumpkin and smashed it to the floor. They all were surprised. Said they want the mother as Bawang Merah to be exactly the same as the experience. Bawang Merah immediately went to the river. Not long after that, he met the old woman. He asked Bawang Merah to do household chores. He refused and asked the old woman to give her a big pumpkin. The old woman then gave her the big one. When they arrived home, her mother was impatient. She directly smashed the pumpkin to the floor. They were screaming. There were a lot of things inside pumpkin. They were really scared. They were afraid snakes would beat them. After that, they apologized and Bawang Putih forgave them. Now the family is not poor anymore. Bawang Putih decided to sell all the jewelry and money for their daily life. Thank you.
Okay, great. Please give virtual applause for Alif Sandi. Okay, nice. Nuril, do you want to present?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I
take place in a single household. The head of this family has two wives. Each wife has their own doctor. Bawang Merah and her mother are jealous of the attention the father gives Bawang Putih and her mother. When the father dies, Bawang Merah and her mother take charge of household and bully Bawang Putih into servitude. Bawang Putih mother stand up for her doctor, but she son died prematurely. With her biological mother and father died, the gentle and obedient Bawang Putih is left alone to be tortured by her cruel stepmother and half-sister. Though Bawang Putih suffers, she is patient. One day, when she is out in the wood, she sees a pond containing a live fish. The fish able to speak and tell her that it is her mother who has come back to comfort her. Bawang Putih is overjoyed to be able to speak with her mother again and secretly visit the pond whenever she can. One day, Bawang Merah see Bawang Putih sneaking off and secretly follow her to the pond, where she witnessed Bawang Putih talking to the fish. After Bawang Putih left, Bawang Merah lures the fish to the surface of the pond and judge it. Bawang Merah and her mother kill the fish, cook it, and feed it to Bawang Putih without telling her where it came from. Once Bawang Putih finished eating, her stepmother and stepsister reveal where they obtained the fish. Bawang Putih is repulsed and filled with remorse over this revelation. Bawang Putih gather is the fish bones and bury them in a small cave underneath a tree. When she visits the cave next day, she is surprised to see that a beautiful swing has appeared from one of the tree branches. When Bawang Putih sits in the swing and sing an old lullaby, it magically swings back and forth. Bawang Putih continues to visit the magic swing whenever she can. One day, while she is on the magic swing, a prince who is hunting nearby her song. He followed the sound of her voice, but before he approaches her, Bawang Putih realized that she is not alone. She quickly ran back home. The prince and his officer eventually find the home of Bawang Putih and Bawang Merah. Bawang Merah mother, seeing the opportunity, ordered Bawang Putih to stay hidden in the kitchen. The prince asked about the swing and the girl who sat in it. Bawang Merah mother said that the girl her heard is her beautiful and challenged Dr. Bawang Merah. Though the prince agreed that Bawang Merah is beautiful, he requests that she show him how she sang in the magical swing. Bawang Merah and mother reluctantly follow the prince and his officer back to the magic swing. Bawang Merah sit in the swing and attempt to sing so that it will move, but she cannot. The prince, no angry, ordered Bawang Merah mothers to tell the truth. Bawang Merah mother is forced to confess, and she has another daughter hidden in her house. The prince brings Bawang Putih back to the swing, and as she had done many times before, the magic swing moving as soon as she begins singing. The prince is overjoyed and asking Bawang Putih to marry him. She agrees and they live happily ever after. Thank you,
Wow,
me. My name
nice.
is Nurul. Sensi number is 19.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for giving applause for Nuril. Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Miss. Good morning, guys. How are you today? So now I want to presentation about project narrative text Bawang Merah and Bawang Putih. So now keep on watching and hope you like it.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, how are you today? Let me introduce myself. My name is Angel Veronica Aprilia Storus. You can call me Angel, number 6. So now I want to tell you about story of Bawang Merah and Bawang Putih. Keep on watching. Once upon a time,
in East Java lived a beautiful girl. Her name is Bawang Putih. Her parents had passed away and she lived with a stepmother and stepsister. Before her father passed away, her stepsister and stepmother were very kind to her. But 2 days after her father passed away, they treat Bawang Putih so badly. Bawang Putih, from this moment, you have to clean the house, wash the clothes, and cook delicious meals. Ha 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 ha. No but, you think I love you? Oh no, I hate you. Pity you. How poor you are. Her stepsister was Bawang Merah. She was very lazy and she get dressed every time. But Bawang Putih more beautiful than her. One morning, Bawang Putih was washing some clothes in a river. Accidentally, her sister's dress were washed away by the river. She was really worried and she walked along the riverside to find the dress. Oh my gosh, my sister's dress were washed away by the river. I must find it. Unfortunately, she could not find the dress. Then she went home. At home, her sister asked her, "Where is my dress? Have you washed it?" "Your dress was away." "What? You lost it? Oh my god, it's so very expensive, you know." "Mom, Bawang Putih was my dress and lost it." "You lost the dress? Oh my god, it's so expensive, you know. Now, you find the dress or won't have dinner tonight." Bawang Putih was so sad. She walked along the river to find her sister's dress. Let me go, let me go. But suddenly she met an old woman. She said she kept the dress and she would give them back to Bawang Putih if she helped the old woman do her housework. So much for helping me out. As a reward, let me over my pumpkin. There are small one and bigger one. Which one do you want? I think the small pumpkin is enough for me. Thank you. Then she went home. When arrived home, her stepmother and stepsister were angry. But they waited all the time. Bawang Putih told them about
Kok suaranya menghilang, Vero? Angel, kok suaranya hilang?
Siap, saya tidak ngapa-ngapain, Miss.
Iya, gak kedengaran suaranya di akhir sekarang.
old woman.
Masuk.
That's your mistake. Give me your pumpkin. After getting it, Bawang Merah came home feeling happy. She immediately the pumpkin to the floor. Apparently, there are many snakes in the pumpkin. They were afraid that they realized that God had punished them for doing bad things to Bawang Putih. Finally, they apologized to Bawang Putih and they lived happily after that. So this is my...
Udah terlihat.
Siap, Miss.
Oke.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Excuse me, Miss, let me introduce myself. My name is Andernika Esther, number 7. Now, I want to retell my story about bawang merah and bawang putih stories. Happy listening. A long time ago, in a nice, quiet village, there lived a wealthy merchant. He lived together with his daughter, whose name is Bawang Putih. These merchants don't have a wife because she was passed away. The merchant was very fond of his daughter because she was obedient and kind-hearted. One day, as he came from traveling, he brought a woman and her daughter along with him. He wanted to marry this woman. So, Bawang Putih now had a stepmother and stepsister. Her name is Bawang Merah. When her father went to trade, her stepmother and stepsister would treat Bawang Putih like a servant. Bawang Putih did all the work that was ordered by her stepmother and stepsister. She cleaned the house, cooked, washed clothes, and looked for firewood. If Bawang Putih's word went wrong, her stepmother would punish her by not feeding her. Every morning, her stepmother and Bawang Merah took turns shooting. Hey Bawang Putih, wash my clothes. Not yet finished their clothes, Bawang Putih would then be called by her stepmother. Bawang Putih, prepare breakfast now. We are hungry. Uh, okay, Mom, said Bawang Putih. Because Bawang Putih worked so hard and was punished so harshly, her body became thinner. One day, Bawang Putih's father returned home and fell ill. He was very ill, and Bawang Putih was very sad because of it. She never left her father alone. However, God decided differently. Bawang Putih's father died. Father, don't leave Bawang Putih, father. While Bawang Putih wept and cried, her stepmother and Bawang Merah were excited because the property and house of Bawang Putih's father now belonged to them. Look, Bawang Merah, he finally died. Yes, Mom, we will be rich. Bawang Putih's life was miserable after her father died. She no longer had her father to love and comfort her. Her stepmother and Bawang Merah further turned her. Bawang Putih tried to be patient, but sometimes he would cry at night. Lord, please help me. Why are they always able to me? One day, Bawang Putih went to the river to wash clothes. She was sleepy and hungry. Her body was weak. While washing, Bawang Putih didn't realize that stepmother's favorite shawl has washed away. When she put all of the clothes into the basket, she was surprised to find her stepmother's scarf was not here. Mother's favorite scarf is gone. Oh no, it's drifting down the river. What should I do? I daren't go home. Mother will scold me. Finally, Putih decided to go back home. But she decided to go back down the river to look for her stepmother's car. In the middle of the road, she met a farmer who was washing his coat. Uncle, did you see a red scarf falling down the river? The farmer nodded and replied, "Let's show? Hmm. Oh yes, I saw it. The scarf was taken by a old godmother who was washing her by the river. The old grandmother's house is on the mountain." Bawang Putih immediately headed out the mountain. There she found a wooden house. Bawang Putih knocked the door of the house. Toc toc toc. "Excuse me, Grandma. Did you find my mother red scarf?" The old grandmother came out the house and greeted Bawang Putih. "Hi dear, let's go in. What's your name?" "My name is Bawang Putih, Grandma." The old grandmother will give a red scarf with one condition. Bawang Putih must help her first. Bawang Putih agreed. All day she helped the grandmother cook, look for firewood, clean the house, and wash clothes. For Bawang Putih, all this work was easy because she was used to doing it. Finally, it was time for Bawang Putih left for home. The grandma gave her the scarf. "Bawang Putih, this is the red scarf you are looking for. Oh, I want to give you a gift, a pumpkin for you, because you helped me. Choose which one you like." On the table, there were both small and large pumpkins. Bawang Putih chose a small pumpkin because she also had to carry a basket full of clothes home. "Hmm, I chose the small one, Grandma." "Okay, take this little pumpkin, but remember, you can't open the pumpkin until you get home. Understand?" "Well, Grandma, I will do everything you say." Arriving at home, Bawang Putih was called by her stepmother and Bawang Merah. "Where have you been, Bawang Putih? How dare you go out without my permission?" "Forgive me, mother. I was..." "Stop! Enough, Bawang Putih. We don't need your excuses." They continued to beat her. Then they saw the pumpkin brought by Bawang Putih. She continued to beat her. "Cut the pumpkin and cook it. We are starving because of you." Putih took the knife and split the pumpkin. With a surprise, the pumpkin was full of sparkling and expensive jewelry. Huh? Why did you get the pumpkin, Putih? Putih then told them everything. Oh, Putih, you should have chosen a large pumpkin. It would have had more jewelry. Hearing the words of Bawang Merah, the stepmother finally got the idea. Looks like I have an idea. The next day, the stepmother and Bawang Merah went to the river. They terribly washed away the scar. Then secretly they followed the veil as it was washed away. Sure enough, the red scarf were picked by the old grandmother. The stepmother and Bawang Putih followed the grandmothers who went up the mountain. As they walked, Bawang Merah complained about how far it was. Oh, I'm tired. Just, let's just go home, Mom. Bawang Merah, be patient. Soon we will get even more jewelry than Bawang Putih. But I'm tired, Mom. I said be patient. Arriving at home, grandmother knocked the door. Knock, knock, knock. The old grandmother welcomed them home. Then the stepmother and Bawang Merah pretend to be sad and ask about the red scarf. Dear grandmother, did you find my mother's red scarf? Oh yes. It just so happens that grandma found it on the river. Just like Putih, the new grandmother will give them the shawl if they help her. The only way to get the pumpkin was to work to help the old grandma. But they still couldn't stop complaining. They always complaining about that. I'm so tired. If it were not for the pumpkins, I want not to do this. Yes, I'm so tired. Hopefully, there will be even more jewelry inside this pumpkin. Finally, Bawang Merah and her stepmother finished their work at grandmother's home and said goodbye. The old grandmother gave the shawl to Bawang Merah and her mother. On the table, there are two pumpkins, one large and one small. Choose one pumpkin, a gift on. And of course, the stepmother and Bawang Merah choose the large pumpkin. Of course, I choose the big one, Grandma. Yeah, choose the big one. Remember, don't open the pumpkin before you get home. Yes, Grandma, that's for sure. We will go home first, Grandma. Palmera and her mother do not obey the advice of the grandmother. One day away, the stepmother splits the on the way, the stepmother splits the big pumpkin. They were impatient to get their hands of jewelry inside. Mom, let's just open this pumpkin now. The old grandmother will not know. Yeah, let's open this. I'm also curious. However, were in a they were in for quite a surprise because inside the pumpkin was venomous animals such as snakes, scorpions, spiders, and centipedes. They were both bitten by snakes. Oh, what is this? Where is the jewelry? Why did it have these animals inside? Ow, 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 it hurts. Ow, Mom, what should we do, Mom? I also get bitten. Because they are still in the middle of the race, no came to help them. The stepmother and Baumera died from the snake bite. Their grief brought them to disaster. Meanwhile, Bawang Putih lives happily ever after. The generally given by the old grandmother, making her rich. She continued her father's business and enjoyed the fruits of her obedience and kindness.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Miss. I'm Arkanta Bakas from 10. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Miss. I'm Arkanta Bakas from 10 MIPA 1, number absent 8. I will tell you the bawang putih and bawang merah story. Bawang merah and bawang putih. Bawang putih is a girl who has no mother and father. She lives with her stepmother and her child, bawang merah. Bawang putih is always give a tough job from her stepmother. Meanwhile, his stepbrother was never asked to work, helping his mother. She faced life steadfastly, even though sometimes she is also treated unfairly by her stepmother. He also had to sweep and fill up the trash behind the house, but Bawang Putih was still patient in doing her homework. Every day, Bawang Putih was ordered to wash quite a lot of dirty clothes. Because of his kindness and sincerity, there is a magic gold feet helping him. As soon as clothes are immersed in water, they become clean by themselves. Saying that the hard work could be complete in a short time, the stepmother became suspicious. One time, Bawang Merah was asked to observe Bawang Putih from a distance. Now it is revealed that the secret possessed by Bawang Putih, that he has a magic goldfish who can talk and help Bawang Putih in completing work. Bawang Merah, after seeing the incident, finally he had an idea. Bawang Merah catches the fish without notification to Bawang Putih. Then the fish was brought home, cooked, and they ate it. Only the thorns, the head, were left by the evil mother and child. They gave the rest of the fish to Bawang Putih for him to eat. Bawang Putih can't bear to earn her own friend because the fish has helped a lot with her daily work. With a sad heart, Bawang Putih accepted the fish thorn. Tears came out of his eyelids. He buried the head and thorns of the fish in the front yard of his house. It didn't take long for a beautiful golden flower to grow from the goldfish grave. One day, the royal prince passed Bawang Putih's house. The prince was very interested in the beauty of the golden flower. The prince got off his horse. The stepmother and Bawang Merah came quickly to the front of her house to greet the prince. Prince, what brought the prince to come to his serf's house? The prince replied, I want to know who plants his tree. Suddenly, Bawang Merah answered quickly, I was the one who planted this tree, prince. But the prince shocked as head because he already knows who actually planted the flower. Actually, the prince was the incarnation of a goldfish because in the past he was cursed by the gods of making mistakes. You are lying. You have eaten my incarnate fish. Your bodies will make cells like fish. Just now, the prince had said the evil mother and child screamed because their bodies became scale like fish. They ran into the forest in shame. The prince approached Bawang Putih. Bawang Putih is a fish that has helped wash your clothes. Now, will you stay in the palace for me to be my half of my prince servant willing? So, please sorry if there are wrong words. Thank you.
Hello guys, good morning. I want to present my story. The story is Bawang Merah and Bawang Putih. Ini saya baca ini gimana? Saya bingung.
Okay. You can say Bawang Putih say Putih. Bawang Merah said, Putih, where are you? Then Bawang Putih answered, yes, Rat. What is it? You can say that.
Miss. Bawang Merah said, Putih, where are you? And Bawang Putih answer is, yes, Rat, what is it? And Mother Onion say, you forget what day is. Today is the day of wash quickly. Quickly wash clothes in the river. Kayak gitu, Miss. Aduh, Miss, saya bingung.
Yeah, you can just continue. That's great.
Bawang Putih obeys the mother's words, but when washing the clothes, she adroitly sweeps the onion mother bluff scalp. Bawang Putih said, oh my god, where did mother's scalp disappear? When he looked across the river, there was an old woman taking a scalp from the stream, and then he crossed the river over the nearest bridge the one to us to the scalp. Bawang Putih said, sorry ma'am, the scarf you are holding is same mine. Can I take this scalp back? Old woman, it's fine. I will return your scalp if you want, if you cook and clean it for me. Bawang Putih answered, alright, mom. After Bawang Putih did everything, then she went to old woman and asked for the scarf back. Bawang Putih said, I have completed the task as mother said. Can I take back the scarf? Okay, your scarf back. And since you help me, take one the pumpkins over there in return. But you can choose a small or the big one to take the home. Okay, ma'am. I'll just choose the small pumpkin. Thank you. Then I'll go home first. See you. Arriving the house, the garlic cold when it cooked the pumpkin. But when he opened the pumpkin, there white onions were surprised because the pumpkin is content is chili. Bawang Putih said, a ghost. How come in this pumpkin contains jewel? In-law the happy thought. The mother, onion, Bawang Merah, fast, come here. Where did you get all the jewel of Carl? Bawang Putih. Bawang Merah said, what's wrong, ma'am? I'm tired. Oh my god, where did you get all white jewelry? And Bawang Putih talking the pumpkin. Bawang Putih said, don't eat. Red is my reward. Mother Onion said, wait, hurry say, where did you get this pumpkin? And Bawang Putih answered, this was an old woman who gave this pumpkin in return when one of the mothers calves carried away. Quickly Mother Onion and Bawang Merah went the river and did same a garlic, and went the old lady's house. Bawang Merah say, hey old lady, where is the pumpkin for us? Old woman, okay guys, can't take pumpkin there. Choose one and go to your house. Onion Mother say, Of course, I will choose not pig. When they got home, they opened the ground, not talking of jelly, but talking a snake. Mother Onion said, Buddy, hear you! The basic of childrenless teaching. But Woody says, Yes, what's wrong? Please forgive me. Bomera, you you can still ask why? Do you not have us? My aunt said, Because you are leading us already. Bring your jelly here, has. Bomudi, but ma'am, it is my reward. Bomera said, Overtime, let's take me, ma'am. Bomera entered Carly's room and looked at Dorothy because he feels he Miss, kayaknya saya ada salah ketik deh, Miss. Harusnya itu bukan he.
Okay, it's okay. I understand that.
Feels sad and angry. Bawang Putih ran to the river. When he got to and she got to the river, she cried beside the river. Without realizing across the river, a prince was seen playing guitar. Sells Bawang Putih is very, very sad. Why are you so mean to me? Because hear the white cry, the prince was offering the white. Prince says, Oh, beautiful woman, why do you crying? Bombity, who are you? What are you doing in here? And Prince says, My name is Bombay. I don't know if you're looking insurance of my song. Would you like to listen to it? The prince sang so beautiful that when White was extended to, so he smiled happily. Prince, hey, your smile. Can you tell your problem? Bambuti say, well, I'll tell you. Bambuti also recorded all the even he expected details so that he don't know the result is getting late. Look, the sun has already set. Take this as a gift. Prince gave Bambuti a dressing in the Bambuti hand and just walked away. The next day, Bambuti no longer saw the prince and dictated to playing the scene given of the prince. Wake up as the tree had a bird fruit. At the same time, the court informed him that there was a party where every woman who comes to Palace had to bring a basket from the prince. Because you hear that you're about to curse to take a fruit from the tree. Bamura said, What are you doing? What do you go to party to? It's impossible. If the prince will choose you, Mother Onion said, Never mind, I don't have hope. Go to market and buy the most expensive fruit for her. White also obeyed his mother's words and went to market to buy the fruit. When on the white road he got too idiot to go to party with the fruit from the tree given the Bombay. When the onion and his mother went to party, garlic was secretly behind the carrot, and the Arif, the white village, wondered why there the bombs there. Hey, what are you doing here? Isn't this for a moment only? Oh, what? Oh, what? Are you not sad anymore? What is fruit do you bring? Bambuti said, Do you remember you said you gave? The seed have a product fruit. Prince said, Alright, do you want to dance for me? And when the dance is seemed like the whole person was string at time and The Bawang Putih was confused. Prince said, "What? I want to ask if you want to marry me?" And Bawang Putih said, Looks like yes, I'm willing to eat. Do you have to go to from here?" And God said, Good evening, all invitation. I'm very proud announcement. Congratulations to Bawang Putih for being chosen by the prince. I hope you will always be happy. Bawang Putih say, "Hey, you are a prince? Why did you tell me?" And Prince answered, "I'm sorry. Do you still want to marry me, White?" And Bawang Putih said, "Yes, I do." And the next day, the prince and Bawang Putih were married and happily.